Hey, Kristen LeBanway here in Phoenix, and I'm talking about trustee sales. This is the fourth in a series of videos on the topic. And in this video, I want to wrap things up by talking about what happens if you lose your home at the trustee sale. If your home actually sells at the trustee sale, well, what happens? And I think this is really important information because if you find yourself in that situation where your home is sold at the trustee sale, you're usually left in the dark. Once the bank realizes you're not going to make your mortgage payment, they really don't have any interest in talking with you anymore. They turn everything over to the trustee to do the sale. And other than notifying you of the sale, the trustee really doesn't have any other reason to contact you. So a lot of the people who are in that situation, they're losing their homes, they really don't know what's going on. So I want to try and cover some of the things to look for if you find yourself in that situation. First of all, when you receive the notice of trustee sale, you need to realize that there's only 4 things that are going to cause that trustee sale to be canceled. Either you bring your loan current with the bank, so somehow you get the money to bring your account into a current status. If you can negotiate a loan modification with the bank. In a rare case, the bank may accept a deed in lieu of foreclosure. That'd be the 3rd way. The 4th way is if you sell your home in a short sale. If one of those 4 things is not happening, your house is going to be sold at the trustee sale. And it's very difficult. It's a very uncomfortable situation, but the sooner that you can accept that and start coming up with a game plan, the better the outcome is going to be. So if you're in that situation, my suggestion is that as soon as you realize that that's the inevitable, that one of those 4 things isn't going to happen, sit down, take a deep breath, and start to come up with a game plan. Now at the trustee sale, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either some third party is going to purchase your home, and that's most likely going to be an investor, or the house is going to go back to the bank. So at the conclusion of the trustee sale, either the bank owns your house or an investor owns your house. If the bank owns your house, they're going to want to sell it. They're not going to let you stay. If an investor buys the house, they might be willing to rent back to you, or they might want to just turn the house into a fix and flip. So, you don't know. But here's what's going to happen. Somebody is going to approach you. It might happen on the very day of the sale, and it could happen maybe several days, even a week after the sale. But somebody's going to approach you and talk to you about your options. At that point, they do have the right to kick you out on the street right then and there. They may show up with the sheriff and kick you right out. But for the most part, banks want to work with you. They want you to leave the house in good condition. And a lot of times they're even willing to offer you a cash incentive if you do that. They might give you some time to do that, maybe in a couple weeks or something like that. Investor, it's a little bit harder to predict because it really just depends on why the investor purchased that home. And so that's why I think it's important that well before the date of that trustee sale, you have an exit strategy in place. So once you've kind of accepted what's going to happen, first thing I would suggest is that you start banking some cash. If you're not making your mortgage payment, which if you're in a foreclosure situation, you're most likely not making your mortgage payment, start banking that money, putting it in a savings account so that you've got enough cash when the time comes to move, that you've got as many options as possible. Next, I would say you need to start looking for a place to move to. If you can afford a rental, work with somebody, get some rental options in place. If you can't find a rental, if you don't have the money for it right now, then maybe try and find some sort of an interim housing situation. But get something lined up well before the date of that trustee sale so that you don't get that knock on the door and you're in a panic. And then the 3rd thing I would suggest is look ahead. Look ahead after all of this is over. Yeah, this is a devastating turn of events, and it's not easy by any means. But it's not going to be this way forever. And if you can look past what's happening in the present and kind of see what's ahead in the future, you may be able to influence the way things happen, and so you have the best possible outcome. Obviously, something happened that put you in this situation, a financial situation that caused you to not be able to make your mortgage payments, and hopefully you can figure out a way to improve your financial situation, and you're going to recover. Everybody's going to recover after something like this eventually if they put a plan in place and they have a positive outlook as to what the future holds. Now listen, if you're in this situation and you just don't know what to do, give me a call or give me an email. I'll be more than happy to talk with you, even if you just need somebody to talk to. I'm here to help in any possible way that I can. So shoot me an email at kristen@hereinphoenix.com. As I said, I'd be happy to help out in any way that I can. And if you are in this situation, I wish you the best of luck. And remember, you're going to get through it. It's going to get better.